Hello. Today's topic, is about the trans community. I have a little bit of experience about this. When I was younger, one of my daughter's very close friends, best friend, is trans. And I'm going to share with you the trials and tribulations that she went through. She decided to transition at around age 18 and started to live wonderfully as a woman. A lot of heartache with her. And I remember talking with her as a mother because she was very close in our family. And I met her when she was 14. So I was like a mother figure to her. And I suggested that she might be a little bit young still to be choose that lifestyle, because she really hadn't even lived yet enough time. I mean, I'm not trans and I don't know what it feels like, but I have a lot of empathy and I'm very good at putting myself in other people's shoes, but I would never ever claim to be able to know what it's like, because I absolutely do not know. At any rate, I embraced it. I respected her wishes. Back then, there was no thing as pronouns. We just did it. We said she. And eventually, time went by and her depression worsened. It was really bad. And in the community in which she frequented, there was a lot of push and support from other trans members for her, especially to get surgery. So I think she was close to 40, maybe in her late 30s. She got her testicles removed and went into an even deeper depression after that. She mentioned on more than one occasion that she messed up and that she wishes she had just remained as God had made her. We lost touch over the years. There's a lot of reasons why, and that's not what this video is about. So, however, I do know that she still is living as a trans woman, and she's very sad. She lived in total depression. And one of the reasons that she wanted to transition is because when she was around 8 years old, her mother told her she wished she had never been born and she wanted to kill her. And made sure to tell her that she would never come between her and any man in her life, in her mother's life. So that was horrible. And she figured this was not a split-second decision, okay? She figured maybe the reason Mom doesn't love me is because I'm not a girl. At any rate, her mom has passed on now, and we're many years later. And I often think of her because she is like she's like my own child to me. I love her very much. And I'm sad that we've lost touch, but she's in a different space right now. Okay, so that's not my only experience. I'm going to leave that one alone. I had another trans friend when I was working in New York, and her name was Nikki. Nikki was amazing. She lived as a woman as well. And she was a performer, a singer, a dancer, and an actress. And after the shows, sometimes I'd go to her apartment with her and play like penny poker with our spare change. It was awesome. She was just a wonderfully, wonderful, wonderful human being. And I supported her 1,000%. I never questioned anything. And I'll never forget her because she went to the Pocono Mountains for vacation and asked me what I wanted and for her to bring back for me. And I said, I don't want anything. It's fine. And I'll be darned if she didn't bring me a jar with a screw top on it. And she said, here, this is for you. And I said, oh, wow, what is it? And she said, she took the top off, fresh mountain air. And I just hugged her and kissed her and loved her because that was like a gift that I will never forget. It didn't cost anything. She didn't have to do it. I don't know if it made her bags heavier or whatever, but it meant so much to me that she thought that I would like that because I truly did. I didn't really want anything. I'm not terribly materialistic. Of course, I would have accepted anything graciously. So I have very fond memories of Nikki. Sadly, she passed from a very debilitating disease that's robs you of your life way too young, way too young. I didn't get to say goodbye to her. The last time I saw her was at her condo in Miami. I went over to visit her, and then we lost touch as well. So here's my point. As much as I know, which is nothing, all I can think is when I was little, I was very adventurous. I remember making contraptions to do jumps on my bicycle and rope swings out of the tree. I had a trapeze in my backyard, and I was always like lining up the trash cans to do kind of like fake stunts, I guess. I don't know. But the thing is that when I was swinging out of those trees, I didn't want to be Jane. For those of you that don't know, there was a show called Tarzan, and Jane was the female protagonist, I guess. But I didn't want to be Jane. I wanted to be Tarzan. And I practiced the Tarzan yell as a child. Oh, I never got it, of course, because I don't know that anyone can really do that. I guess an opera singer maybe could, but anyway, I always sounded like some animal that was dying or something. But when I would watch the show and Jane would be on, I'd be like, I want to be Tarzan, because Tarzan got to ride the elephants. Tarzan got to ride the lions. Tarzan was in the action, you know. The thing that I'm bringing this up for is because, can you imagine my life if my parents had said to me, oh, you want to be a man, when I was 8? Because I kept the Tarzan fantasy going for about 2 or 3 years. And then I got into a thing where, you know, I didn't want to dress girly. I got glasses. I pretended I couldn't see. I don't know why. I wanted glasses for some reason. And I was called the computer that wore tennis shoes because that was a movie back when I was a kid. I think a Disney flick or something. I don't know. I guess people thought I was smart and I wore these red tennis shoes. This is my point, though. I can't comprehend having a child and having the doctor say, here, it's for whatever sex you want it to be. That to me is just so disheartening. And I just can't embrace that. I just can't, because as adults, we are supposed to protect our children and give them all of the organics that they need to be the best adult in this world. And I just don't see how letting a child pick if they're a boy or a girl or whatever the other amounts of new biology is supposedly enacting, which is just fantasy if you really think about it. I hope this doesn't get taken down, because this is just my opinion, and I think I deserve to have an opinion on YouTube just like everybody else does. I don't dislike the trans community. I do believe that there should be some sort of regulations to help people that want to transition, other than just affirming that they're a different sex. There has to be a different process, a different formula, because it can't just be as blatant as and prolific as it is right now in 2023. I do believe it's been life. I think it's been around for thousands of years, that people maybe are uncomfortable in their bodies, or think, what it would be like to be a man or woman or whatever, opposite. And I don't fault anyone for that. Of course, it's curiosity. But when you're talking about, for instance, what is it when boys are born, they get circumcised, okay? That's very violent. So if you take a typical male body and decide that you want to transform it into a female body, that's all plastic surgery. It doesn't really make the person a woman, no matter how much they pray it, no matter how much they fantasize it, no matter how much they want it. They will still be born a man and now living as a woman. But by this time, they're mutilated. And I have researched older trans persons, and I don't find any that are happy. I want you to tell me who is. Please leave me some notes and let me know, because I would love to talk to them. Because right now, I'm feeling very, not sad really, but just sort of disappointed with how things are going in the world, to try to accept and make trans living absolutely normal, because it is not. I'm not calling you weird or freakish or anything like that. I'm saying I want to understand and I want to help anybody to avoid making what could be a very irreversible mistake. So, thanks for stopping by. My name is Golden Boomer. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I don't have a studio. I'm lazy. I'm in my bed. That's one of my cats back there is sleeping in that little hammock. So all I want to do is say, I hope you have a fabulous day. And remember, God loves you.